Hey guys, you know me, Straight Talk. That talk show made for men by men. And ladies, well, you need to perk up your ears and listen to what we are saying. And guys, you see the title, Never, Ever, 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 Ever Let a Woman Lead You. Yes, there are women who are intelligent and they have certain expertise. It could be in the medical profession, it could be in the legal profession. And they may have insight based on their occupation that you may not have. So, like an advisor, hear what they have to say. But that has nothing to do with being led. So, why do I say never let a woman lead you? Well, scientifically, if we just look at science, women, because of the way their brains function, women's brains worry about things that men just don't worry about. Women are more likely to suffer from anxiety, depression, insomnia. They are 3.45, they are 3.5 times more likely to attempt suicide than men. And about 70% of those attempts will attempt a second time. So women are making up stuff in their head and they want to be able to lead you, even though their brains are manufacturing fantasies, lies, fears that as men we don't deal with because our brains are much more stable. And you guys have heard me say, if a woman is promiscuous, if she has sex with 6 men, she's 3 times less likely to be in an emotionally stable relationship. And the more that number goes over 6, the less likely she's going to be emotionally stable. Women want to refute that, but there's all kinds of research from NIH, National Institute of Health, that shows promiscuity can even lead to mental illnesses in women. So in this age of women being encouraged to be promiscuous because they think that's what it means to be a man, and they want to be equal and be like men, but they don't have the biology to do that, it's making women less stable, emotionally stable. And the last thing you want to do is follow someone who's emotionally stable. So, do you listen to what they have to say? Sure. Do you allow yourself to be led? No. And you make that clear. You don't want to be led in the bedroom. You don't want to be led out of the bedroom. None of that. None of that. And men who allow themselves to be led, she's going to resent you anyway. And that resentment is going to have her, what some people call, act out. She's going to be disrespectful, disruptive to your life. It's almost like she's asking you to put her in her place. Why do you think you hear these women, I need a man who can handle me? I mean, that's dysfunctional. And that's a nice way to put it. But that's a dysfunctional way to live in a world that you're so emotionally stable that you need a man to check you. So, I was in that app Clubhouse and we had a conversation asking women, why would you want a man to lead you? Well, they were honest and they said, well, sometimes women, we get emotional about things and we need a man who can lead us out of that emotional hysteria that women will go through. It's not good or bad, it's just the way they were biologically designed. Understand that. So they want men who can logically speak to them and lead them with understanding and help them understand when they are off the rails emotionally and making up stuff in their heads. That's what they want. And then they turned around and said, well, we want to be able to lead a man too. Think about that. Why would you want to be led by someone who knows they've run off the rails emotionally and need to be led because that's just, they're part of their life? I've said it before. Women are like water. They can be all over the place. A man is like a container that contains water. If you are not a strong enough container to contain a woman and all of her emotional instability, that just happens naturally, even if she's not promiscuous. If you're a container made of paper, she will rip right through you. And she will lead you. And if you put water into a paper container and it rips through it, that water is going to be all over the place. And that's exactly where she's going to lead you, all over the place. So I'm not saying this to insult women. I'm saying this to look at reality, that men are designed biologically to be much more stable. And if you're out there allowing yourself to be led by women, you're going to be, one, all over the place. Two, she's going to resent you. And then she's going to disrespect you because you allowed her to lead her. So even when a woman says, I want to be able to lead a man, it doesn't mean you have to listen. It doesn't mean that you actually let that happen, because in all likelihood, she will disrespect you. Like I said in the beginning, if she has specific expertise that is valuable to you. I mean, I lived with an attorney for 5 years, and when it came to some legal issues, she handled a lot of things for me. But it doesn't mean I was being led by her. You let that expertise serve you, not lead you. There's a big difference in being served by a woman and being led by a woman. Hey, for all the ladies who have a problem with what I'm saying, that's great. I want to hear you refute what I'm saying, because that's unlikely that you can do that. The nice way women put it is that they know women are crazy. So, guys, like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is a good time to do that. Share this video, because men need to hear it and not be afraid to stand their ground and just say no to being led by women. And if they want to call you a sexist, that's great. Take care. Goodbye.